Bulldog Nation, you are now going to witness, watch, and listen to the best podcast in the league. Get set for a wild ride with From the Hill Podcast, featuring Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanarius Gooden, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to From the Hill Podcast. It's time to turn up the excitement and make some noise.
What's happening, guys?
What up?
Man,
what's going on,
blessed
fellas?
And highly favored, man. Blessed and highly favored. Whole lot of good stuff going on, a lot of action going on, man. SWAC basketball tournament in full effect, man. Just before we went live here, UAPB's women, they finished off Valley 81-74, man. Shout out to Valley. I usually say it in a joking manner, but I'm not joking. Shout out to Valley. They played hard.
Give Valley a shout out. Valley played really hard. And
they played so hard.
Every time they were getting close.
Every time UAPB was ready to pull away, they kept making a run and coming back. They fought and they hung in there. So it's going, man. It's going.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me okay?
We on
we got you, Dave.
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Okay.
So we on day 2 of the tournament, man. It's in full effect. So I kind of just roll right to it, man. So this is what we got on the men's side. Jackson State and Grambling are getting ready to tip off in about 27 minutes. Down there in the second round, that's that 7-9 game right there. The winner's gonna take on the 2 seed FAMU. So and you can see Bethune-Cookman. Prairie View won earlier today. Got a chance to check that game out. That was a good one. Alcorn with a short-handed lineup. They fought. So, after sending that team down the street home for the rest of the year, Alcorn met their demise today by Prairie View. So Prairie View advances to take on Bethune-Cookman. And you see our game, the 4-5 matchup there against Texas Southern. That's going down on Thursday, man. Looking forward to seeing that one. That'll be the second game on Thursday on the morning, on the day session. So 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. there in the Central. All right. So that's what it looks like. So Jackson State, Grambling, I'm definitely going probably when we wrap here, we'll probably catch second half.
Right.
And then switching over here to the women. So Pine Bluff, they did get the win. So they advanced to take on Alcorn tomorrow evening at 5:30 Eastern. So you see our game's coming up. That first one tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. On ESPN Plus, going up against FAMU. FAMU, they were victorious earlier today against Bethune-Cookman. That was another good game. Real hard-fought game. Bethune-Cookman, they played their butts off, but FAMU was able to get that win. So we're going to take on FAMU for the third time coming up tomorrow. And if I'm looking, I probably will have a chance to stream it live right here on our platform tomorrow on at 11 a.m. So if I can stream it live, I'll make sure I do that. And so everybody who doesn't have ESPN Plus that are Bulldog fans, you can check it out right here. All right. And then last but not least, this just a call, man. All Metro Atlanta Bulldogs, man, and those that are in the surrounding areas, come on, make your way on down there, Gateway Center Arena. Like I said, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning, Lady Bulldogs on the court, and then on Thursday, the men will be in action at 2 p.m. Eastern. So get your tickets, man. If you haven't seen it, there's room for you. So go ahead, buy your tickets, man. Get on in there and watch these games, man, because it's good. And if you can't make it, get on ESPN Plus, watch them, man. It's a great time of year. Excited for March Madness. So
but before we move on, Wayne, we just want to make sure we mention that I know you've seen it on social media, but we haven't said anything here on the air. Coach Dawn Thornton did get the SWAC Women's Coach of the Year, so round of applause for her.
Yes.
Kayla Walker did get the Player of the Year for the SWAC as well. She also made first team all SWAC. Kayla just received the HBCU Go National Player of the Year just this evening, so she did get that award for HBCU Go. We on the men's side, the men has had their first winning season since 2004, 2005 season. So shout out to Coach Jackson, first year coach, making that happen. Kentavious Dozier made second team All SWAC. Let me forget Moses Davenport. She made second team All SWAC for the women as well. But the job's not done for either side. Yeah, we got the SWAC regular season championship.
Nope.
But we got stuff. We got business to handle.
We got
tomorrow.
business to handle.
So like Wayne said, if you're in Atlanta, man,
business to handle.
Yeah, if you're in Atlanta, please make sure you make it to the game and let's represent like we know we should. Also, spring football is happening right now.
Yeah,
they're posting social media stuff online as well. So spring football is going on. Excited about this spring game coming up. I think it's next month. So just a lot going on right now.
Man, I haven't had a winning season since the 2024-2025 season.
David, we were in college then, man.
Exactly.
You know how long ago that's been? That's 20 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
we were babies.
Long time.
About no podcast and Wi-Fi. We had to go to the computer lab to get on the internet.
That is crazy. But hey, right. No time like the
very
present,
crazy,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. So also across the bottom of the screen, we got a pretty loaded sports calendar. So baseball, they've got Alcorn coming in this weekend. Softball's got Jackson State coming in this weekend. Got a lot of stuff going on. Bowling, they're getting ready for the SWAC tournament in a couple weeks. So it's a lot going on. Like I said, exciting time of year. Real happy that we're in this time of year. It's exciting. So I would be remiss if I didn't say this though while we were talking about basketball. If you haven't watched any of the games in Atlanta so far, there has been a very common theme. The underdogs have fought really hard.
Yep.
It is something about it is something about the fact that you could be going home for the rest of the season. It is just here to say, man, you got to bring it.
And Wayne, you've been following the other conferences, and you've mentioned how other conferences are getting a lot of upsets as well. So it could be, as you guys said numerous times, and other people have said as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you coming to this tournament, it's a different type of basketball. It's a different type of fight, and it's a different type of breed that these players are bringing to this game during tournament time. So it could be anybody's game.
Absolutely. So you see everything going across the bottom of the screen. We will bring that back up a little bit later. But right now we were going to go ahead and get on into our agenda for the evening. So we've got, Lachey, you might want to send her a text because she's not, it says that she's not connected. She needs to log out and she needs to come back. And okay. Let me bring in Jay the Great. What's up, Jen? Yeah.
What's up, Jen?
So there you go, Jen. Hey, how's it going?
The allergy bug has gotten me, but I'm good. It's gotten me.
All right. You here. All right. So T, we've got everybody else is available. So you want me to bring everybody up at the same time? How you want me to do this?
So we're gonna start with ladies first. Since the ladies are some of the ladies are there. So the first lady that we're gonna bring up, she is a student at the Alabama A&M University. She is a very funny on social media. She is a communications major. She goes by the name of Cartier Burton, class of 2028. So welcome her to the podcast for the very first time. Hopefully not the last.
What's up? Hey.
Yeah.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling Bulldog strong. I'm feeling Bulldog strong.
That's good. How everybody else feeling today?
Oh, we good.
Doing great.
Love that energy.
Great. I know.
Love that
energy.
It's a little gloomy, but we here.
Right.
We're gonna make it do what it do.
Absolutely.
And when you think of Alabama A&M, you can't think about Alabama A&M without thinking about longtime A&M, longtime WJEB, two-time Alabama A&M graduate, Erica Fox Washington. She is always at Alabama A&M till she dies. How you doing, Miss Washington? Can you hear us, Miss Washington?
Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me. This is going to be a struggle. I'm sorry. The Wi-Fi internet gremlins are not liking me tonight. So I'm going to try my best. But good evening, my fellow Bulldogs.
Welcome, Miss Erica.
We got Lachey back at Wayne.
Yeah, everybody's.
We do, and she's here.
Hey, we got the world famous Lachey B. What's going on, Lachey?
Oh, hi. And hi, Erica. She probably can't hear me, but I love her. And of course, I love my boy.
I can hear you. I hear you, sis.
You hear me? Hi, sis.
I can hear you.
Y'all know how we do it. Hi, sis.
My radio sister.
I'm loving this energy. I'm loving it.
Yeah, they make good energy in the communications department, man. It's all we about that good energy. Now we'll go with the gentleman. Longtime friend of mine. I've been knowing John for a long time. John Ball Chambers, my brother. How you doing?
What's happening? How y'all doing, man?
Hey, doing great, sir. Doing great.
Man, it's so cool right now, man. Just looking at this screen.
Right,
you already know.
Like
a Brady Bunch right here. It's like,
I got Lachey B, I got Erica Fox and Tion in the same screen. I'm getting to meet the Jay the Great and this young lady with all this energy. You got, these guys got nice hat game, so I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it.
Hey, my next brother we got coming on, man. Football letterman, played football at Alabama A&M, SWAC champion at Alabama A&M. From Birmingham, Alabama, one of the best photographers that I've known forever, Marius Bonner. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
Welcome.
We doing all right, sir.
Oh yeah, all day. I had to kind of represent a little bit. I was gonna be kind of balanced with everything, but I had to put the jersey and the heel shirt up. So
absolutely,
you gotta let them know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the hat from Varsity Supply. So
yes, sir.
I'll say he's not the only SWAC champion.
You're right. I apologize.
Come on, softball, represent.
We're gonna get to it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've been so football mode all the time. My bad.
No, you're fine. We won the only SWAC softball championship so far. Hopefully that changes. Back in 2002. That's how old I am. Yeah.
Hey, and last but certainly not least, man, I saw this brother on TV before. I said, I look up his bio. Mr. Demetrius Henry, he is a reporter for Wade 31 TV. How's it going, brother?
It's going good. I can see everybody got on their A&M gear, but I gotta represent the station.
We get it.
Do what you gotta do.
Totally understand.
Understood.
I took my work clothes off and threw this on, so it is what it is, man. Hey.
Oh yeah.
You Spider-Man, sometimes you Peter Parker, baby. You just gotta do what you gotta
do. So welcome everybody, man. I just want to thank everybody for agreeing to come on. I know it's just so much talent on the screen from before I got to A&M to when I was at A&M till we got Miss Burton to the new A&M. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad to have everybody on this screen. The first thing I want to do is just start with Lachey, and then Miss Washington, then Miss Burton. We'll start with the ladies first. Just tell us a little bit, about your time at A&M and what you do in media today.
Okay, I'll try to do my best to make it quick, like under a minute. A&M was not even on my agenda. I played softball at Tanner, and if you're not familiar, it's Tanner, Alabama. It's literally like 45 minutes from Huntsville, but got a scholarship, played there, and it was the most amazing experience. And to put things into perspective, John is one of another that when I decided, like, okay, well, I want to do radio, he extended his hand. And so that's how that worked out. And so now I have a midday show, and I'm not gonna say it was because
Girl,
of
you
John.
better tell them about them.
Gave
You
me an
better tell them about them
opportunity.
Alabama. You better tell them about them Alabama Radio DJ of the Year awards,
Oh,
consecutive,
okay.
back to back.
Yes.
They're back here now.
Plural.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But
you better.
But what I will say is, yeah, they're back here. But what I will say is, even out of all of the things that we went through, because John is my brother, when it comes to media, it's especially Black media, it's kind of confined. Be that radio, TV, or anything. I know that for sure. But I talked about this Saturday. I was doing a whole situation with a community event and talking about reaching back. And John did exactly that. And that gave me a platform of just trying to figure out how to learn. And even my girl, just trying to learn the development of being in radio. And A&M kind of just structures everything, in my opinion, because it's so cool. It's kind of a big high school. Well, in the sense of when I was there, it's huge now. Well, bigger than when I was there because I'm an old lady. But so that was my journey, and well, wait, that was you, John. But yeah, no. So that's how, and the structure changed for me, and John was one of the main characters that helped change that structure, and I dove into that, and he poured into me, and I built on top of all of that, and I have a midday show. I did the Ricky Smiley morning show for 10 years. I have a midday show that I've been doing for 4 years. It was 2 times the top nominated show in the state. And all of that, I built a community of just giving back to the community. So I guess that wasn't under a minute. Clearly I talked. But thank you. That's it.
What about you, Ms. Washington? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Davis, California. My mom's side of the family is from here, out in Tony, Alabama. 10th grade, my mom and her sisters are all Bulldogs. All graduated from A&M. And 10th grade, I said, Mom, I'm going to A&M because I wanted to be with my grandparents and cousins. So we had a radio club at my high school. And so that's how I got started. I used to listen to Wolfman Jack, AM radio and midnight special on late Saturday nights, and a station in San Francisco, KFRC, Dr. Dawn Rose. So those voices are the ones that got me into radio. I've been at WEUP twice, WAHR when they called it that, WDKT out in Madison, which was an AM station, Power 93, which I think is a country station now, and WJAB, which has really allowed me to get on the map. God just blessed that for me. And so I'm going on, math is not my friend. So this October, I think, is 42 years I've been broadcasting, and I just love it. Radio is we were talking today about different things. I said, that's IT and stuff. I play records for a living. I don't know IT. So it's been a grand joy in the opportunities that I've had to meet people, walk with people, interview people, and interact with John and Lachey. And John is now one of my new announcers on WJAB. I'm so excited. Thursday nights, 6 to 8 p.m., tune into Blues Classics with John Baum. And so I'm excited and honored to be here. Dave is my MMW brother. So I'm just excited to see you all and interact and have a great conversation tonight.
Ms.
Is that under a minute?
Hello, everybody. Hi, y'all.
Hey.
Thank you so much for having me today. I am Cartier Burton, a 20-year-old communication media major from East St. Louis, Illinois. What stirred me to communication media? I talk a lot. So I just so happened to get a pair of Ray-Ban Meta glasses for Christmas. And that's when I realized I really talk a lot. Like I would walk around a cab just talking to myself, making conversation. Boom. I went from a finance major to a communication media major. Okay, that was the first step. Then you know how you sit around and you go to games and you go to events and you just sit back like, how did you get that job? And then it wasn't about the money. It was about the passion. So I started going to the games. I started going to the events. I started looking at Miss Janika Owens. She's my idol when it comes to sports journalism. I love her. I love her. I adore her. And then I love fashion. I really, really adore fashion. So when I seen her having a heart for the game, a heart for the players, and a heart for style, that was my go-to. That was my go-to. But I did have the honor of meeting Miss Washington at this past game. Thank you so much for everything that we talked about, and I will be in contact with you very, very soon. But yeah, I really don't know what y'all want me to tell y'all, but I'm here. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna get a little bit more about those Meta glasses. I've been on the fence about getting them.
Hey.
Those Meta glasses, those are definitely a gem. Those are definitely a gem. Those be with me like my car keys. I take them everywhere with me. I take them everywhere.
I'm gonna tell you how I came across Cardi. I came across Cardi. I'm just, like everybody scrolling on TikTok. Then I saw somebody on the scooter, and I'm like, that looks like my campus. And then like she has on the glasses. She I think your scooter died, but she rode her scooter from normal hills all the way to class, and like she just having the conversation with herself. And it was funny. And then like she would interact with people, they would interact back with her. Then I saw that she's now interning with football, right? You're out there spring practice and all that. So
I haven't interned yet. I'm just stepping into the field, trying to see what I like, what I want to do, what I want my placement to be on the field. So I'm just stepping in, getting a little taste, getting my feet wet,
Right. But if you need some entertainment, go to her TikTok, man. It's like you'll be very, very entertained. I'm telling you, she's good. She's a natural, as they say.
I can tell.
So next one to holler at the fellas, man. John, what's up, brother?
How y'all doing, man?
All right, talk to us about yourself, brother.
Man, so this is gonna be a challenge. I'm gonna go through it as fast as I possibly can. We can come back and circle around to whatever you need to, though. First, man, and foremost, shout out to the ladies, man. Like the energy is keeping it all going, man. Lachey, you got me back here about to shed a thug tear, and we can go into that relationship later. And Erica, thank you for your support along the way. Like one of the bravest women, bro, to like come get me and be like, you need to get back in radio because I was out the game, right? And then young lady, the energy, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Exclamation point, not period, because we don't do that. Exclamation point. No, it's exclamation point. It's a long way.
I got you.
Yes, ma'am. But check it. So John Baum is my DJ name. Government John Chambers Jr. I come from a very special era in time. So like you see the gray and whatnot, I was born in the 70s. I'm a hip hop baby. I grew up literally with hip hop. Like Run DMC was my cousin. We bathed in the tub together. Not them as, individuals, but the music, LL Cool J. Like, and so the crazy thing about me is like just coming into this world, like my parents are from Alabama originally. My mom's from Birmingham. My dad's from Mobile. My dad joins the army. I'm born in Texas. I'm in Germany by the age of 2. And you really got to be outside the country to really like understand like what that means as far as like, I'm from Alabama. Not only am I from America, but I'm from Alabama and I'm on the other side of the world. This is before being dark skin was cool. This is before being from the South was cool. Like all of that, right? So coming up in that subculture of in hip hop was like really the thing. But I grew up in a house with funk music. I grew up in a house with disco. I grew up in a house with gospel, Anita Baker, all of that, right? So music was always like my go-to thing. Going back to what Erica was talking about, like there was a time when we came up, you identified with your radio station. So I remember living in California, listening to Dr. Demento, listening to KMEL, like on the radio, like trying to bend that thing just right and point your antenna so you could pick up that station. Like back when Alabama was all 205, one area code. Win FM was the radio station, and going to Birmingham to my grandmama's house was the re-up, and I would go there and make tapes. And so when I got back to Germany, because I was back and forth to Germany, I lived there 9 years before I was 17. And so I'm growing up around people from DC. So I'm listening to WPGC tapes. I'm listening to tapes from Detroit. I'm listening to tapes from Tyler, Texas, when I found out about UGK 2 years before anybody ever heard Pocket Full of Stones. So I come from a generation of, where you really had to fight to get that sound in your ear. It wasn't like, you could just pull out your phone out your pocket and think of something and hear something. Like, no, you want it, you better go to the store, or you better go to Who Got It, or that kind of generation. So you had to like really fight to be a part of the media. And so that was only part of it though. So it was like a lifestyle was you had to live that life too. So what did that look like? Was it graffiti? Was it breakdancing? Was it, freestyling, battle sessions, all of that kind of stuff? So long story short, man, when I finally got to Alabama A&M after being raised on doing the butt videos and whoop, there it is. And you know what I'm saying? It was just apparent I got to 94 is when I touched down. So I
give
heard
me a good
about
juvenile back that thing up.
Yo, let me tell y'all, because y'all all Bulldogs. So I want y'all this is a real story.
Oh my gosh.
I heard about Alabama A&M back in 1991 or 2. Okay, I was in Wiesbaden, Germany at my summer job. I was in high school. There was a Sigma named Everett Williams. Me and his brother Terrence was classmates, but Ev was back in Germany. His dad was in the Air Force, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. And he was like, man, I go to Alabama A&M University. And I was like, tell me more. And he was just like, so that means he had to be part of that. And I think the only one on here that's really going to understand what I'm about to say is Erica. That class of 88 from A&M. If y'all don't know nothing about them, boy, I'm talking about that's when the yard was turned. That's when Smurf was, in and out. That's when the yard was the yard, right? So I'm hearing these stories in Germany in high school,
wow,
like freshmen, right? And so I'm trying to decide, like, I already know I've seen Different World. I've seen Cosby Show. I know I'm going to HBCU off rip, right? I'm going to HBCU. And I'm going to Alabama because that's where my family's from. But it's like, where am I going? Am I going to Tuskegee? Am I going to State? No, I'm going to A&M. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to A&M because I heard about the Bulldogs. I heard about, all of that action way back then, man. So touching down, it was beautiful because it was other like Bulldogs like me that came from overseas too. But it was the people from Huntsville, like from here. And then it was like, I remember specifically stepping out of Walkerwood. That's how old school. I stayed in Walkerwood. Like I remember stepping out of the second floor of Walkerwood on the roof of our lobby. And I remember looking around them lights and I said, I'm gonna touch all of that one day. I'm gonna see all of that. And that's what I did. And that's how I learned the rich culture of Huntsville and places where Lachey is from, like Tanner and Belle Minor and Athens and the Shoals and all of that, man.
I'm from Belle Minor.
Yeah. So tapping in from that to realizing
He always equate me from Tanner to Belle Minor. I'm not from Belle Minor, I'm from Tanner.
It's right down the street. Shout out Kathy Baker. Shout out Kathy Baker, another one of my radio friends. But who was from Belle Minor. Yeah. But I say all that to say, man, my journey into radio started because when I got to A&M, WJB was still newish. They were still very tuned in to playing for their particular audience, which was blues and jazz. And I'm a whole hip hop head. So I came down here. I played like Erica said, run down the resume. I was at Love 1000 with Walter Peavy and Dr. Feelgood for my first internship. I tried to get on at JB. It wasn't no room for me. So I struck out on my own and went to WEEP before they were playing hip hop and just like put it out there. And so like not just to make me the one, because Huntley Batts out his own mouth said, I would have never played hip hop if that young man wouldn't have told me to. So I brought the hip hop culture to We Up. I brought the street team culture that I learned from Steve Rifkin and Loud Records when I was up in upstate New York, reading Source magazines for nourishment. I brought all that culture down here and we started playing hip hop on Alabama's oldest Black-owned radio station. And I also promoted our gospel station too. And then along the way, I was one of the first Bulldogs to cross over. But when I did that and got a job there fresh out of college, I was able to bring on talent like Lachey B, who's gone on to win all these awards, all the way to Nicole Prempeh, aka Nikki, who is the midday personality in the #1 market right now, New York City. Her mix show DJ is DJ Red Alert. And none of that's about me. That's about how great it is being a Bulldog and how we get down. So we'll get back to me a little later.
Yes, sir. Thank you, John. I'm gonna come back to you, Maurice. Mr. Henry, he has to work tonight, so we don't want to keep him held up. Demetrius, tell us about yourself, brother. Tell us about your journey.
Of course, I'm Demetrius, and it's been, I would say, about 4 years since I graduated college. But pretty much how it all started, it basically started when I was in 10th grade, and I was just looking at the school news. And I looked at the school news, I'm just like, okay, I kind of want to do this. And then I've been watching Eric Reynolds, which he's a anchor in Mobile for Fox 10 News. Then all through high school, it was just like that. And then going to A&M in 2018, which I was a freshman. And at the time, we weren't allowed to start WJB at the time. We had to wait till we're like a sophomore. I think we're a junior. And then, junior year. And once I got to my junior year, I went for the anchor position at WJB, even though it was kind of hard to get into WJB because I was also in track. So balancing track and working with WJB was kind of hard, but balancing that makes it better. And then after I graduated in 2022, I started branching out, trying to see if I could find me a new station to go. And my first station was at WPMI NBC 15 in Mobile. And I started as a news photographer because I know I wasn't ready to be a reporter at the time. So I was there for about 9-10 months, and then went over to Wave 31, which is the station, of course, here. And got here, built up, and just see where it goes pretty much. Been here for almost 3 years now. But the growth I've been having at A&M has been a tremendous, it's like independency growth and seeing so much Black people at the school just branching out and seeing what they can do and what they're capable of. Because in the industry, it's actually hard to get in. Yeah. So Wave 31 has helped me grow throughout.
Nice. And last but not least, my brother, Mr. Barner, he's different type of media. You don't get to see him or hear from him, but he walked through those halls as well of Morrison, and he's good behind the camera. A great photographer. So talk to us about yourself, sir.
Hey, appreciate it, man. So you know what's funny? Like I decided to pick up a camera last minute, man, because like you was kind of like my OG at A&M. Yeah, well, young OG, right? He said who? Right? Yeah, we not far apart. Right. So like, he was showing me the ropes with the camera and stuff. So, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing because during that time I was just stepping into communications, and I was majoring in track and field and football. I was undecided. So once I ended up learning that, I ended up picking up knowledge of it. So once I did that, I kind of sat on it, learned a little bit. We had Miss Colson and Mr. Powell. Right. So they was always on our heads about everything. Yeah. So they pushed me, and I was doing business as well. So as far as the business side, I started my brand at A&M. I was taking French classes and started Le Creme because I was learning French. I was like, okay, I started taking notes, learn this, that. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit this to the side. When I get home for the summer, I'm gonna start me a business. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but once that time comes, I'm gonna make it happen. So once I did, years later, to make it short, and I'm gonna keep this short as far as like what I've done with that. So I started off managing. I didn't have a camera. I wasn't doing anything with camera. I was down in Florida, Atlanta, and then came back to Birmingham saying that the things I learned down there, I'm gonna bring it back to Birmingham so that my hometown could build up with a platform as far as from an industry standpoint, because we didn't have that. So we had a group called South Models here. I ended up starting my own brand and building my own modeling agency with that. And once I did, I was managing models. They ended up prospering. The brand started prospering. I was on the music scene then a little bit with that with another group called Club Monster. So I had a half and half as far as like, okay, whatever I decide I want to do with it, I could take off with it from either that end or this end as far as what I'm doing. So I decided to say, okay, I'm gonna go with what I'm doing and focus on myself, because I could put in all the work in as far as like with my brand and focus on my brand and let that build, and then whatever come along with it could come along with that. So just the Molly end popped off. They end up working out with the management and stuff. So when I did that, I ended up using avenues in Atlanta and in Florida and start getting deals with 1017 with that's Gucci Man brand. I ended up knowing his manager Amina. He ended up putting me on with like a lot of interviews that I was doing on a personal blog that I had that was called La Creme, which ended up blowing up through Funk Master Flex in New York. So at the same time, New York, who y'all know, Nikki, she ended up coming down to 95.7 and she ended up like plugging me on as far as like with a lot of non-profits in Birmingham while I was doing that. So me and her ended up doing a tour drive with one of my other models named Trisha, which we do to this day. That's like huge. It's real big. So as far as with that, we just build on. And then I ended up having clients. One of my biggest clients, Ariel Fox, we ended up doing Wilding Out. We ended up doing deals with Viacom. And, Viacom during that time, it was a branch off with BET, MTV, VH1. So pretty much like I had a brand deal with them, with La Creme. And they was picking up clients from my brand along with 1017 as far as with the music videos during that time. So the good thing about that, it was the perfect time to do that because, as y'all know now, streaming pretty much killed the financial aspect with music videos, because a lot of the record labels, they had huge budgets then. They had multi-million-dollar budgets for their music videos. So the more they ate, the more I ate during that time. I have clients getting $2,000, $3,000 just to do a music video or end up being on a TV show or Wilding Out. So we ended up prospering and everything went up from there. So, and on the other side, just on the side note, I actually started off with Playboy, working with I had a white model.
Doing what with Playboy?
Yeah, I started off with that. So that's how I ended up learning to shoot, because she ended up teaching me stuff with the experience that she had on that end. So that ended up helping me step into a whole nother dynamic as far as on the diverse side.
Right.
You know
but
what I'm saying?
That's how you have to think outside the box. You have to think outside the box like that.
Right. Because I didn't have intentions on doing that, but that's how things happen. I didn't turn down the opportunity, but I ended up using that as far as the things I learned with her as far as to diversify my brand. Because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have magazines in Europe, in the UK. I wouldn't have magazines in Cape Town, in Africa. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have models published like all internationally, period. So if I didn't learn that aspect of the game, like ain't no telling what are we doing right now as far as the publishing side. So Tanara, I appreciate the acknowledgement with the photography, because that was like a last minute deal, and I started off with the management aspect.
Gotcha. No problem.
Shout out Soft Models, by the way, though. Like all that stuff he was talking about was ringing bells, like, because I was at We Up from 99 until early 2013, 14. So a lot of the different things he was saying, it was bringing back memories. Like, okay, I remember that movement. So I may not have known bro personally, but it was like a lot of them waves it was resonating all the way this way too, man. So yeah, shout out that big time.
Yeah, the Pickets ran that. Yeah, they ran that. Yeah. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I first like on Facebook, I was like, who is this La Creme Nation that's that's on my timeline? And then I'm like, okay, I know brother. But I'm glad you segued. You talked about you worked at Playboy. Now, Wayne has 2 pictures. It took me forever to find one that was for a family show, because most of them they ain't naked, but they are very good. They're good pictures. So man, this is the type of work he does, man. Like if you want to see all of them, though, you can go to his Facebook page with Crim Nation, and you'll see how great his photographs are. So talk to us about these. More. I don't know how old these were. I just saw 2 good ones, but just talk to us about these photos here.
Man, these was last year, and actually, I'm not gonna lie. Like I had a situation that happened. Man, I was like kind of sick when I did both of these shoots. So the left one was my studio in Atlanta, and the right was actually down the street. I live downtown. It was a rooftop downtown at the Bazits. So those are recent, but it's a lot of work that I've done. That's like it's fashion, high fashion, artistic, swim. Like I've done every genre, like every genre. So the thing is, like as far as like with the semi stuff, it's because when I was talking about as far as like it was the Vincent era. So it was the urban model industry. That's what like the labels was banking off of during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like if you go back as far as like the people that know as far as like how much those models were making during that time, that was the market. That was the market. Like the video girls, like that was the market. So I ended up like transforming it to a whole nother dynamic that I was already doing, but I ended up making it more public as far as with the fashion.
Hey, hold on, man. Hold up.
Hey, I need
y'all see me?
Call it
y'all
out.
see me over here, man? About to fall out my chair, man. I'm sitting over here. First of all, man, with T. Man,
What I do?
Here go my best friend. This is my best friend, man. OJ, what kind of show? He came on right when you said. He said, "Yeah, I'm trying to find something that was for family. It wasn't naked."
I was looking. I said, "Whoa, the team ain't gonna like that picture, so let me find another one." But he does good work though. So now I want to circle to John, then we'll circle to Lachey. So John, Wayne, go ahead and pop us up. John, talk to us about what you got going on now, what you started, and talk to us about this great thing you got going now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So thank you. So this is Bomb Cinema Experience. It's a new event that I'm bringing on board here in Huntsville. BOMB, bringing our memories back. So what I've done is I've come up with a concept called social cinema. All of this is under a bigger umbrella. So I've started a group, Sound Mind Performance Network. I would love to talk to all of y'all about it individually at some point. But basically what it comes down to is me realizing about the value of being authentic, not only for your authentic self, but us being authentic as a people. One thing that we've always won at is we're going to find us a way to have church, however you want to relate that, love on each other and like be us, like authentically. And you can put us in whatever crazy situation you want to, and we're going to find a way to make that the best memory that you ever had in your life. And that's us as a people. And that's really us as Bulldogs. And this is part of the inspiration where this has come from. So real quick, what Bomb Cinema is, it's an interactive, very intentional cultural experience that's based around movies. So my first movie that I previewed was House Party. I partnered with a local theater here. It's called the Independent Theater. So it's small enough to be intimate, maybe 70, 80 seats, but it also has 2 lounges in there. They got concessions. It's BYOB. You can bring your food in. So what I'm trying to bring back is the actual essence of like who we are, like making us talk to each other, making us experience what it is to be around someone. And cinema is one of those last vestiges that you can do that in. You walk into a movie theater, it's pitch black, but you sit next to somebody for an hour and a half, 2 hours, you're going to know exactly who that person is when you leave here, because you done cried with them, you done laughed with them, you might have high-fived or whatever the case may be, because y'all shared that particular experience, right? You may never see that person again. We live in an on-demand all I got to do is pull out my phone or my tablet or my laptop, and I can watch whatever movie I want to. Going back to what I was saying before, like we used to have to fight for a media experience. Like it used to be, what time does the movie come out? And so some of y'all may be from small towns. I ain't gonna call nobody out. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. You know, and so y'all remember when it was one movie theater, and you went to see what time the show was, and you got with your folks, and you worked your whole life around what time y'all going to the show, because once it was in, it was out. And that's how it was with us Army kids too. Like we getting it already 6 months late. We already heard everybody talking about it's good. But when we go to a theater, man, we would be packed in that thing, like standing room only, people sitting in the aisles, because it's like, man, adult movie just came out and I don't want to miss it. But that goes back to A&M, had a lot to do with this concept that I have. So you young Bulldogs are blessed. And a couple of y'all might remember when A&M had one TV with cable on the whole campus. It was in the student center. Yeah, as I'm saying, it was before your time, Tiana. It was before your time. It was right before Lachey. Erica probably stopped going to end, but it was a time. Like I said, I came in, and shout out to my man in the chat that said Walker with 94. Precisely 94 is when I got there. Third floor to be exact. You know what I'm saying? I was up there with Birmingham in the band. So yeah, Walker was out there, man. And so, I mean, you had to go to the student center. That was the only TV on the whole yard with cable. Like, just take a second and think about that. The whole yard, one TV. It wasn't even no big screen. It was just a TV, right? But we would all pack into the student center and watch videos together, or if a movie was on. But, you know, we was cutting up, man. We was acting like we would act in the caf or on the block. We took that same energy into the student center, but we watched TV together, but it was communal. So in that movement, you wasn't about, I'm from St. Louis or I'm from Birmingham. It was just about, I'm a Bulldog and I'm here with my brothers and sisters from Thig Pen and Buchanan and whatnot, right? So just kind of coming back to that, man, I found this theater. Okay, shout out Thig Pen, you know. So I found this theater. They had posted, they were showing coming to Trading Places around Christmas time. I was like, ain't no way nowhere in Huntsville is showing Trading Places in a theater. And they showed it. I showed up by myself because I saw it last minute. I went in and had a great time because that's one of my favorite all-time movies. And I'd already kind of had this concept, like I said, with the Sound Mind experience. It's all about bringing people in and having community. So I experienced like a taste of it sitting there watching this movie with some strangers. We had conversation. And I was like, nah, I'm going to do it our way. So what I've done is I've created a sentiment experience where we come in, we have small panel discussion before the movie starts. I bring in certain guests. Last week I had my brother Chief Rocker. I had Cody G or Cody Global, Cody Gopher, a pioneer in hip hop in Huntsville, period. So they were my first panelists. Lachey, thank you for coming out. RJ came out. Like a lot of the media people here from various podcasts and whatnot came out, and we had a ball, man. I'm telling you, they saw the vision, which is we come through, we talk about the movie, you know, we clown a little bit while it's going on. If you want to jump up and dance or say the lines as they go on, you're more than welcome to. And then after it's over with, we pass the mic, we talk about it, and we just commune for a while. If we want to turn it back into a party, we do. If not, we don't. But that's what we did for House Party last month. This upcoming Saturday, Bomb Cinema is bringing Coming to America. I don't know if I'm going to be Prince Akeem or Jaffe Joffa. I don't know yet. But, you know, we encourage you come dress up if you want to.
Speak about the time that most of you all wore. I didn't wear it. I just pulled up.
Lachey just pulled up, but it was cool. Yeah, everybody was like, I was literally dressed like how I would have dressed back in, 1990 when that came out. And
wow, where are the pictures? Where are the pictures?
I got some pictures. They're on Instagram. Right. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. I had I get around Tupac herringbone on, some overalls, Bart Simpson crew neck, so it's just like, it's just an experience to get away from that. And so I'm not going to just stay in the cosm of Black comedy. I'm a movie head. I love media, period. So whether it's music, video, whatever, medium, photos, fashion, that's media. So it's just like, I'm not going to stay there. But I think at this time right now where we at in the world, we needed like that good communal laugh and hug and just all feeling together. So I started with something slight, something that still represented hip hop, which was House Party. But I'm moving into Coming to America. We're going to do it again this Saturday. So that's what Bomb Cinema is bringing our memories back, is taking it back to when going to the movies was a big deal. You planned your outfit, you got a date, you bought some candy, you snuck your bottle in. Now you ain't got to sneak it, but it is what it is, right? You show up, you show out, and we just have a great time. So that's one of the things I'm working on right now, man, because I want people to know that curation is not just a word, a buzzword right now. It's not about zoos. It's about creating actual experiences that you can experience as a human. We're getting away from AI as far as artificial intelligence and getting back into authentic intelligence.
Nice. And the one thing that these communications graduates and majors know how to do is communicate. So we got to move it on a little quicker. So
don't you worry.
Lachey, talk to us about the prom drive.
I am here for my prom just drive. What I will say is this spun from me being contacted from playing softball at the Alabama A&M University. I always preface that. There was a student athlete. She was a trainer, and she said, We've got some girls at Butler, which doesn't exist in the city of Huntsville now. But we've got some girls at Butler. We have a softball team. We need a coach. And they needed a coach for about 3 years because they were actively knowing that the school was going to close down. I played softball at A&M, and I'm like, I was literally like 25, working at working at Old Navy and Kirkland's. I had 3 jobs, and I said, well, I love this sport. And I didn't, this is going to sound a little vain, but, you know, I'm not saying my parents were well off, but I never wanted for anything. They worked hard to make sure I had everything. So when the kids came in and I had to keep this program, softball program, flowing, the girls kept missing practices. And I'm like, where y'all going? They're like, we're going to Whitesburg Church to get dresses for the prom. Because the babies couldn't, at that time, they were literally maybe 9-10 years. They were not much younger than me, but I did not know. So they were going to this church to get dresses so they could go to prom. They could not afford the tickets and different things. Fast forward to, and I said, well, girl, you work in radio. You have a platform. Let's see what you can do. So the first year, I started with 25 dresses. Fast forward, well, I will say this. After the first year, 4 years later, I was like, yo, write me a letter. Let me know why you need this dress. No, it was a little bit, it was a little bit too much. And I'm not going to go into why it was a little bit too much, because that would be a long conversation. But what I will say is, when you're in need, it doesn't necessarily mean you're in need for money. Your parents might be going through a divorce. You might have a huge home, and your home, something happens to it, and there's a fire. There's been different situations to where these young women that we have serviced, and I say we because it's the community that we have serviced, that it looks different. And that's what continues to keep me going with the community, assisting these young women. So this is year 18, all in all, of a free prom just drive, no strings attached. The girls come in and their beautiful dresses, and it's a lot of work. But we have partnered with, and even this year, the Toyota Field. We've got 6 other businesses that are drop-off locations outside of We Up. And so it's just a give back, and that's all it is. It's an honest give back, and there's no strings attached. Honestly, if we're talking, I'm out of more money than anything, right? But what I will say is, this literally spawned from being connected with people from A&M and just having a good heart, and also having a good heart in this community, having a good heart. And my girl Erica, and there's been a lot of Bulldogs outside of just that know me, that have given back, and just seeing it, and it has grown. We have 1,000 dresses to give away to kids. this Saturday, and it blows my mind. So, and what I will say also too, as I wrap this up, if you know someone who needs a dress or could use a dress, and we do not treat it like we're giving something away. It's treated as if you're shopping, because whatever experience you're experiencing as a teenager and a young woman, we want you to come in and be loved on. And so that's how we present it. So thank you all for at least giving me this opportunity to, because I've been moving and just trying to make sure this is important in moving the way it's supposed to move for our young women. And we have a lot of kids from A&M and even in North Huntsville, but we service girls from all of North Alabama and Southern Tennessee. So that's it.
Nice.
And my girl, I'm not even going to get into Erica.
I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Shoot,
go ahead, Cardi.
Okay, so I see that you are doing the drive on March 14th. I actually have a dress. I know how important prom is. My mom spent $2,500 on my dress. We traveled. We did so much. So I know how prom feels. So is there any way I can donate my prom dress to you after March 14th that a young lady gets it?
Mm-hmm. I'm about to start.
Here's a picture of my prom dress.
Oh, nice.
So I would love to give my prom dress to someone because I know how special that day is for another.
Look at
it's touching my heart. Beautiful.
I got my
That's awesome.
here.
That's awesome.
Put it up. So,
and then, Cardi, I was just about to come to you. Like I was telling the people earlier, you're very funny on social media, but one of the things that you also are, you're a very compassionate person. If this video wasn't so long, I would have gave it to Wayne. It was one time, I think you were in a night center where some people were doing a tour, and you don't even know these people. You just walked up to them like, hey, how y'all doing? And she made them perk up. She said, when y'all come to A&M, this is how you introduce yourself to people. So she told them exactly how she introduces herself every time. I was like, man, this is awesome. This is the Bulldog spirit that we love. And not only to that, again, this stuff is on her TikTok. There was somebody, it was one of the workers that works in see how much I look at your TikTok. It was one of the workers that worked in the night center, and somebody was bullying him or whatever. Yeah. And if you got those Christian ears, don't listen to it because she gonna get it right. But yeah, I mean, you just not only you love A&M, you are a funny person, but you also are a good person. You are what we want as a student to be as an alum. You just good-hearted person. You just gave away this dress that nobody even asked about. So that's the Bulldog spirit we all love. And if you don't mind, can you tell them how you told those high school juniors and seniors to introduce themselves every time when they come to A&M?
Okay, so it took for me to get denied multiple times for me to understand you have to properly introduce yourself in every room you enter, no matter if they're older than you, younger than you, the same age as you. Make sure everyone knows who you are when you leave from wherever you leave from, whether it's a gas station, a bathroom, a cafeteria. Make sure everyone knows who you are. And my grandmother, Billie Jean Miller, always told me you are somebody. So I take that with me everywhere I go because you, in fact, are somebody. You may not know who you are now, but you are somebody in life. So I made sure I told them that because nobody told me that. I was walking around, hi, I'm Cardi. Hi, I'm this. No, you're Cartier. Make sure they know exactly, who you are and what you stand for and what you're about, because you never know what somebody can do for you in the long run. And me coming to college took for me to understand it. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know. You got to connect yourself with certain people in certain aspects. You never know what somebody can do for you. So make sure everybody knows who you are. If they don't know your name, at least make sure they know your face.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I do want you to know what you know. He said sometimes it's not what you know, who you know, but I need you to know what you know too. Also,
yes, ma'am.
Yep,
right. But that's good stuff.
Definitely good stuff. This is Mr. Hurry. I'm sorry. I think earlier I called you Henry. I know your last name is Hurry, but I don't know why I said Henry. Like I don't know why. I don't know why I said Henry. So my apologies for that. Now, I just kind of want to, go around the room because I know everybody, you have other things to do to talk to us all night. Miss Burton, she is the baby of the group right now. Mm-hmm. She is still matriculating as an adult. Everybody is a profession in their own right. Real quick, I know y'all like to talk. Real quick, put some words of encouragement in Cardi and try and tell her what she can do to make sure that she is a very successful student and on into adulthood.
Please talk slow. I'm writing everything down.
You can watch the replay. It'll be up on YouTube.
I'm all ears. Go ahead.
Hey, I can tell you just for working with females, because I'm working with influencers as well and YouTubers right now. So the best thing I can tell you is to be yourself. Okay. Like don't let nobody shame you for being who you are. Be yourself at the end of the day. Because if you get away from that, you go end up telling anybody going to end up telling you what to do and how to run you and your platform. Like whenever you start a platform. So just be you, stay genuine, and don't let nobody shame you into like whatever avenue you want to go into. Because only you can decide where you want to go with this. You know what I'm saying? Only you can determine your network with this as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't do anything to compromise yourself as far as you selling your soul or anything like that. Just stay you, stay genuine, keep God first, and that's it.
Amen. Thank you for that.
What you got, Mr. Hurry?
The one thing I would say, I kind of want to piggyback on what he just said. Always being yourself, but also have those connections, always network, because of course, being in school, I mean, you'll get all the stuff that you need with your degree, but networking with like other like professors that have those like connections with other people can put you like in the front door. Because if you don't get those connections while you're in school, it's going to take some time for you to get what you want to go. So always have those particular connections and always network. So those professors, like, I'm pretty sure Mr. Robinson and Mr. Jones, and of course Miss Washington in here, and then like Miss Kuhn, like stay on them, because if you don't stay on them inside that building, it's going to be kind of hard for you to get those connections and that networking that you need to get.
He is exactly right. My bad. He is exactly right. Because as far as you being in communications, communication will flow your way no matter what. Like, so communications is broad. So it could be on the media end, it could be on the radio end, it could be on the social media end, like so forth and so forth. So just, like you said, keep networking and making plugs. Like that's it. Like I said, don't do anything to compromise yourself while doing it. Just stay yourself and keep networking. And you decide what you want to do as far as like whether you want to accept a certain way you want to do things or not. You know what I'm saying? But let people adjust to what you're doing in your platform.
Exactly.
That's good. I want to jump in real quick and say this. Keep record of everything that you do. I'm in my actual field, I'm typically a person that reviews resumes. So build a CV, keep track of what you do, like even that you appeared on the show. Anything that you can do to make sure you stand out in your field, do that. Keep record of everything that you do.
Ms. Washington, what you got?
First of all, I do need to tell you, Lachey, a friend of mine lives in Atlanta, has dresses for you. So I will be connecting you two. Thank you, Stephanie. And she's MMW also. You know, Dave, who I'm talking about. So yeah, folks are watching, and that leads me to you. You never know who's watching you, Cardi. You never know who's looking. You never know who's listening. I want you to come to my office so we can connect some more. 225 Morrison Building. They talk about networking. 225. Networking is much more than just, hi, how are you? Here's my card. Give me your card. And then we depart. Networking is, hi, how are you? Where are you from? I'm from. What do you like? Where do you work? What do you do? What are your interests? Digging deep into that connectivity, if that makes sense. So networking is deeper. So yes, continue to network. My grandmother taught my mom, who taught me, look your best wherever you go, because you never know who you might meet. That doesn't mean you have to be in your Sunday go to meeting clothes every day, but no more of the pajamas going to class. I'm not saying you're doing that, but don't do that.
I'll get too far to go to class with pajamas.
I know you're classy and you care how you look, and that's good. That's good. And again, you never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. That code switching is for real. I was talking with a student about that today. So I can go more and more, but I'm going to keep it short. But come see me. Let's talk some more. And I give you some information to work on and practice with. I would love to talk with you. Yes, Shamika, we're going to pour into this young lady. That's what we're here doing. And, I think I'm the elder of this group. I'm glad to be with you all. And this has been really, really good. And again, I'm glad to be here. There could be so much more we can talk about.
We want. So, I also want to hit Wayne. I want Lachey and John to say something to her as well, real quick, guys, because we get along. Real quick.
Yeah, I've got 30 seconds. I'm gonna tell you, girl, go. And even when it's presented different, just continue going. Figure out a different way. I could give you stories, but just continue to go and figure out the different way. If it's being told to you that you can't do it, you can figure out a different way, because it's going to be.
Yes, you can.
A lot of times, 99.9%, I will tell you, I've experienced it. So girl, go do your thing, baby. You got it.
What you got, John?
You already there. You already got it. Don't let anybody put barriers on you. Don't be defined about what has already happened. If you have a vision, just execute it like you don't know any better. Like a child with a cape wrapped around them, think you can fly like Superman, jump and go and just believe in it 100%. Because trust me, they can't stop you. It's already there. It's already there. You're already doing it. So you can tap into all this network right here. This all you. So just get it whenever you can.
Then I'll talk to you. We'll go real quick, Wayne. So one thing I want to say, John said it. Networking is not just trying to see what you can get from somebody. It's you genuinely having connection with people. I met John. I was hanging out at We Up. I was never an intern. I just used to hang out up there because that was my field. Like, I never got any credit for it. Then, I found out he DJ'd in clubs. I found out how to get in the club free. I'm gonna carry his crates to the club. John and Chief, they DJ'd my best friend's wedding. We down in the country having a good old time. I know I met Lachey through my homegirl Angela Hurd playing softball. Me and Marius, we took class together. Miss Washington, but everything is genuine. Like, just if you just get those connections without not trying to meet somebody to get something from them, just genuinely be yourself, and you'll get everything laid out for you. Everything works as it should.
Hey, Tanara, you know an advantage we had, man.
What's that?
I know John was saying, as far as like when him being in A&M, that was like the best era, but the best era, I'm not gonna lie, it was when we was there, because every sport was winning championships for one. And second of all,
what year were you there?
I finished in 07.
Okay.
Hey, now look, I ain't saying it was the best. It was just the best for me. That's all it was, bro. Exactly. It was just the best for me. Exactly. It wasn't the best, but it was just the best.
83 to 88. I'm sorry, you missed it. You didn't have the calf. You didn't have the block. I could keep going.
That was a baby.
And Morris Hall was the best dorm. Y'all keep saying Walkerwood. Morris Hall was the best dorm.
Hey,
it sure was.
Hey.
So
go ahead, finish.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lay in real quick. So when I was saying about when we was there, you had DJ E. Feezy, who's like one of the heads of Rock Nation right now, that was up there DJing and doing parties and events, and we was going to the parties and events. And you had DJ Infamous, who's the head DJ of DCP, Ludacris DJ. So they was like the older heads on campus, like doing their thing, and like just being in communications. We got to see that with them doing their interns at We Up and all that. And then you had New York follow behind that, who John was talking about, who's like who I worked with all my, with pretty much she was the one that helped me build my platform in Birmingham.
But also too, we didn't know what they were gonna become. They were just an A&M, so and to that point, to our beauty here, our younger beauty, you don't know what you can become
right,
20 years old, because to his point, they are DJing for national artists. So whatever. The sky's the limit.
Nah, but I just want to say this real quick. I swear to God, I'm gonna be quick. But that goes back. Somebody said it. That's when I made the point. It was all about being authentic.
People could communicate. I told you.
It was about being authentic, man. Nobody knew Ephesians. No one knew Calvin, and then was about to. Nobody knew they was gonna be who they was. So the Shay said we were just being around each other because we was around each other.
Right.
So it was no name dropping. Like them was the homies. Like we rented the brother speakers. We you know what I'm saying? Like this is the family, bro. Like we all were just around each other. And we pulled each other up. Like, you need an internship. You need some speakers this weekend. You got the Sigma party. You got this. You got that. And that's Tion. I'm volunteering. You got Black Arts Festival. Right. We pulling up. So, you know, it was all of that together, though, man. And so that's why I'm like, when we get together like this is when we are our best. You know, so like I said, it was never about like, oh, my time was the best, but I had the best time. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. For those that don't know or don't follow me or don't, I can tell you this, Cardi, for sure. When I came to A&M, I went to A&M 96 and I graduated in 2K. I wanted to be a sports broadcaster coming out of high school. And then I started to see what sports broadcasting really took. It was a commitment that I did not want to partake in. And so I put it on the shelf for years and years and years, okay? And then we started this podcast 4 years ago. And then what ended up happening was I started to get the itch because I was on the first season of Sports Jeopardy. And sports is in my lifeblood. I know sports. I know all these. I'm a creator of that kind of stuff. And so what I decided to do, I said, well, I don't know exactly what I want to do with this. But what I started to do, I started to become a guest star on on all these different podcasts, right? And then once I started becoming a guest and I started to learn slowly about how it works. And then also the other thing that I did too was I would watch all these press conferences but after these games, watch how these journalists, they ask these questions, right? And I said, okay, well, I can develop my own style on camera. I can develop my own style in the way I do journalism, okay? Then the next thing is once you develop your style and develop your skills, then the next thing you got to do is you got to put yourself in a position. So one of the things that I'm going to really suggest to you, SWAC Media Day is like a really, really good thing coming up. I did SWAC Media Day for the first time last year and completely loved it. And, you just sit there, these coaches and all these players, they're just really happy that somebody is covering. But the point of it is that you get a chance to work on you. Erica, you were there. You know what it is. Jen, you were there. You know what it is. You can work on your style inside of it. You can make all the mistakes you want to, and it's no pressure. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing where I've gotten myself to is that I've taken a chance and bet on myself every single time. People will always tell you, you can't do this. You got to go to school for that. You got to learn. Listen, I never went to school for journalism. And people don't know that I never went to school for journalism. And the point of it is that you can carve your own niche based off your own style. Yeah, they tell you how you got to dress. And in certain places, you got to dress the part. But in certain places, you just be yourself. And lastly, I'll say this. Above anything else, I say this to myself every time I get ready to do a show. Every time when I went to the Celebration Bowl and I sat with media, this is what I say to myself every single time. I say this single mantra. You're good. Nope, you're better than good. In fact, you're great. And you say it as many times until you believe it. Because the first person that needs to be convinced at all times is you.
You. Yep. That's good.
What's the song? Encourage Yourself.
That's good. Yeah.
Wayne, they got this SWAC Media Day still in Birmingham, right?
Yeah, right. Sheraton Hotel. It'll be in July.
Right. I'm gonna give you a fun fact on that. And I found this out when I was playing. You know, the SEC headquarters here too.
Yep.
And they right down the street. So people would drop in on SWAC Media Days just to see who doing what.
Yep. Yep. So, and you never know who's watching.
Right.
I had coaches tell me when I would do the coaching call every Monday, they say, "Yeah, I caught your show last night, Wild Wayne." I'm like, "What?"
Yep.
You never know.
I be shocked when I'm an N. I be shocked when I be an N. And people like, "You the man that be on From the Hill." I be forget I be on From the Hill.
Exactly. Exactly. Be in the store. He be like, "You that dude from the Hill." He like, don't even know him from Adam. But that's the point. Sure. People are watching.
Listen, I remember I got off was one Magic Classic. I rode the show and I got the buzz. You Jay the Great. I freaked out because I'm kind of shy person. Like I can do this at my kid to play, but I'm kind of shy person. So yeah, it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
All right,
but let me say this last thing. You're already there. Hold on, T. Hold on. I promise this is short. You're already there on the sideline with football. So start doing some sideline reporting. You're already there, right? You're doing that?
Yes. Ty Floyd herself invited me out. But I'm not sure, like, there are some players who can't be recorded because of certain, contracts they're on and stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn the ropes of everything I can and can record, I can and can't post before I just go out there and post. Like, for instance, today, the Disney college program came onto campus, and luckily she pulled me to the side because she seen my TikTok before she even came to school. She was like, "Hey, don't post it. Disney gonna sue you." Thank you. Maybe in 3 years, but now.
Right. So, just want to air, Cardi, any last words before we get out of here and let everybody go? Anything you want to add or say?
Thank you, everybody. I did have a question, but
Go ahead.
I want everybody to answer the question, and I see everybody is in depth with everything that they say. So I really appreciate that, and that's something that I really need to hear because feedback is so important to me, both negative and positive. But thank you all. Well, wait, can I ask the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the question was written down. Well, yeah, it was written down. Okay, as Black professionals in media, how important is it for the next generation of journalists, especially from HBCUs like Alabama A&M, to control our narrative in sports, culture, and news?
Go ahead, Mr. Hurry. We're gonna let you take this first.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you repeat that question one more time?
Yes. As Black professionals in media, how important is it for the next generation of journalists, especially from HBCUs like Alabama A&M, to control our narrative in sports, culture, and news? And when I say that, I mean like the younger generation always tends to know a little bit more than the next, if that makes sense, because we're always behind the scenes. We're in the close friends. We're in the spam. So we're seeing the actual behind the scenes, that other people are not seeing. So I feel like how do you feel like we should contribute to the journalism?
Well, as I want to say this, because I'm a young alumni myself, so I haven't been in the game for so long. But the most important thing when it comes to putting yourself in the journalism role is basically just control your personality. Because controlling your personality is going to put you on the upfront. If you don't have that particular personality, it's not going to put you where you want to go. So what you was about to say something?
I had a question.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so my biggest fear right now is being canceled, like saying the wrong thing and you cancel for 30 days and 30 nights. That is my biggest fear. So have you ever went through that phase where you slipped up and said the wrong thing and you just have you ever went through that? Come back from that. I feel like that's my biggest holdback in a lot of things right now, because I'll hate to be in a situation where I find out what I said was wrong until I said it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I've been through that multiple times, and I went through that multiple times. But just like being on camera, on live, there's been so many times I've said some wrong words, I split some words and stopped some words. But it's called being confident and just keep going, because you can't be cocky about stuff. because my dad always told me be confident and not cocky, and don't really like overthink stuff. It's always good just to breathe and just go for it. Because if you have that mindset that you think you're gonna mess up, you're gonna be kind of cocky about it. So you always gotta have that mindset just to be confident.
Okay, and I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Do you consider yourself humble?
Yes, most times.
Okay.
I keep myself.
You can go.
I'm sorry, but I keep myself humble because the main thing I always think about is my mother and my father, because they always tell me you can do this.
Okay. And I asked you that because my professor Benjo, I'm pretty sure he's on here. We had a sit down talk for yesterday, and it was maybe like an hour conversation. And he told me, he looked up the definition of humble in front of me, and he told me, why would you sit up there and be humble in an area that you work so hard in to make the next person feel comfortable? Like, just because y'all working in the same area, don't belittle yourself, So why do you consider yourself, humble?
My grandma's always said, "Be humble or you'll stumble."
Yeah.
Well, because I don't want to go. I don't want to go into rooms too cocky or overly confident, and they close up doors for me. So I'm just trying to see how to, weigh out both humble, cockiness. Got it together, but laid back with it too.
I'm gonna add to that if y'all don't mind. So, the first thing you said was, worry about being canceled. I worry about that every time we go live on Tuesday. Like Tenarius, make sure you don't say the wrong thing. But I also remember that you're not going to please 100% of the people. You have to protect yourself and your brand, but you can't be scared to speak the truth. People don't watch us now for whatever reason, but that's okay because somebody else does. But and the thing about being humble, and I used to work for WHNT a while back, did a lot of behind the scenes stuff, was never on camera or whatever, right? But you have to think that you are as good as everybody else around you. Yeah. So you even have to think you're better than everybody else around you. When I say think, I mean think it and show it through actions. You never have to say it because it's always gonna show out. I think that we got the best podcast out, and can't nobody tell me it's not. But what I also make sure is that we got the best graphics. We look like it. We have the best guests, and we have the best music. And can't nobody top that.
Yeah,
and I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, Cardi. Hold on, let me say this real quick, Jay. And Cardi, this is the other thing I'll say too. For me, I analyze football games, and we got some tough fan bases in the SWAC. Okay, I got fan bases that'll be all in my comments. Because, like I say, y'all didn't play y'all best game, and here's why. I got all the stats, everything, and they'll still be ready to fight you. But the point is, though, when you know what you know, I don't care what you think.
Right.
And guess what? They're gonna be right there to watch you next week. Because when they win, the same thing you said about it when they lost, you can say about it when they win. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Lachey.
No, you're fine. I was jumping in, and this is gonna be quick. And then I'm going to log off because, and this might be in the rim of everything, because I have 4 sponsors that I told that's giving something free for these kids in our community. I was going to call them at 8, right? So, and that's not even a flex. That's not even, but what I will say is people have told me when I transitioned from the Ricky Smiley morning show to the midday show, I said, there was I'm not going to call names of call letters or anything. There was pop music said that your show will never be number 1 because it's Huntsville. It's pop music, not like country, da-da-da. And I said, nah, I'll figure it out. And I was just myself. And I went in the trenches and I was just myself. And 2 years later, had the number 1 show, and they said an urban radio. When they say urban, you already know what it means. They said an urban radio show would never be number 1 in the city of Huntsville. Lies. I just went in and did my job, and in the meantime, I'm giving back to these kids. So, sis, put your head down and do the work. Whatever that work is, do it. And to everyone's point, it's just doing the work and being sufficient at the work and providing and working hard, which is all of the umbrella. So whatever you decide to do, go in it. And that's why I said, Cisco, you can do it. I'll tell you this. My first the prom dress shop started with 25 dresses. I have over 1,000 dresses that I'm getting off of this live to process downstairs.
But wait, I'm going to stop you.
Put your hand down.
She doesn't talk about when all the ones 1 year got thrown away. So and I had just donated some dresses to her, and somebody just for whatever reason threw them all away. So she had to start from scratch. So it's almost like humble beginnings all over again to help kids. So be yourself, be humbly proud of yourself, be confident, not conceited. That's two different things. Facts. Confidence is a good thing, but you don't have to be conceited, stuck up, and all in your own sauce and grill for it. But be yourself and have fun with it. And yes, give back to somebody else what you've received. Whatever knowledge you've gotten, share it.
Everything else God will provide.
And it's all for his glory, not yours.
Yeah, it'll be provided on the back end. Do the work. Everything else will be provided. Yep, that's all I got.
Jay, last word, Jay. Jay got the last word, Martin.
One quick thing I want to add about the cancellation. One of the things too, in the age of cancellation is preparation. Try to make sure that you have your notes together, especially if you're dealing with sensitive subjects. Do the research and don't fly off the cuff. Make sure you're prepared, and that kind of prevents those cancellation situations. Just go into anything prepared.
Awesome. So tonight, everybody, this has been phenomenal. Everything that has been said, I've enjoyed all of it. Man, Mr. Chambers, man, when he said he had to get a re-up of music, I was like, man, I said he using them dope terms, man, to go get some music. Lachey, everything you're doing with with media and then also the dresses, that is absolutely phenomenal. Look forward to hearing the returns on that. Erica, it was great. It's always great. Every time I come to Huntsville, I always end up running into you. I'm sure we'll cross paths when I come to SWAC Media Day again. Lacreem, man, them pictures, they dope, man. Them some good pictures. I was laughing my behind off, but them some great pictures.
Hey, that's not. Hey, so that's so.
Hey. Right. And then Demetrius Hurry. I ran track also, brother, at A&M. So it's great to hear that. And also, man, continue to do the things you do there at Way TV, man. It's great to see you doing that. And also, your sister chimed in. I pulled that up on the screen for you. And then last but not least, the Cardi. I've got a platform. Eventually we'll get a chance to talk. Like give you some time to come on my platform. Maybe we can, do a few things. No pressure. But continue to do what you do. And, everything that you got, absorb this stuff like a sponge, because this stuff is fun and awesome. Media is great. Jay the Great, appreciate everything. Dave T, this is a great show that you put together. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, all of our guests, thanks for coming on. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good to see you all.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right.
Hey, the first thing I want to do is apologize to Dave. We didn't let Dave say nothing. They didn't say nothing.
This was the easiest show that I was a part of.
So
I didn't have to say anything.
I was just gonna say right here, Dave and Jen, y'all say a few things before I say something. 28-24, Jackson State over Grambling at the half.
Nice.
And Deshaun Ruffin is not playing, foot in a boot, not even in uniform. Dave, go ahead, man.
Oh, well, I really don't have much to say. I think you guys gave her some really great advice. I think that she would do very well in whatever media avenue she decides to go in. She was kind of giving me, what's the girl name? Keke Palmer. She's giving me those Keke Palmer vibes. Not exactly sure why. And Keke Palmer is great. So with her personality and the advice that you guys have given her and the advice that she'll come across as she, matriculates through A&M and go through adulthood, she's going to do very well. And kudos to you guys for pouring that advice to her when you give her the opportunity to get her feet wet into something.
Yeah.
So I think she'll do well.
Yeah, I'll get her on my show. I think she'll do real well. She just needs to get started. That's all.
Yeah.
Jen?
Y'all said it all. That was a great show. I've enjoyed it. I've learned a lot. And again, go Bulldogs.
Yeah, so tomorrow morning, I gotta look at my schedule. I believe I can make it work though, because I'll be at home tomorrow. So I'll stream the game, of our Lady Bulldogs.
The platform will let you do that.
Yeah, it'll let us do it. It's ESPN Plus.
And Wayne, I'm working from home for a bit, so I might be able to pop in.
Okay, if you want to pop in, come on, so we'll put it on so everybody can watch it. And then, at halftime, obviously, we don't want to be looking at all them, them promos and all that. We can do a little bit of talk and whatever. So we'll put it out to everybody, could be a graphic or whatever. And we can put it out and everybody who wants to come on and watch it. Cause I know everybody don't have ESPN Plus. So we'll make it available. So tonight, man, great show. Next week we back again. And hopefully coming back next week, we'll be talking about one of our A&M teams in the first four. Yeah. Or both, right. And you know what? And here's the thing. If our men make it there and they're playing next Tuesday, you won't see me on here. I'll be in Dayton.
You won't see us on here at all.
Not at all. In Dayton. Not at all. I will be 80 miles down the road there at UD Arena watching us play.
Right.
So, but hey, in all seriousness though, y'all root on these teams, man. So tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, we'll be on men 2:30 or 2 p.m. between 2 and 2:30 on. No, it is 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Thursday. 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. So yeah, for Dave, Jay the Great, T Gooden, shout out to Corey, shout out to DT. Appreciate y'all, man. Great show. Love y'all as always. We'll see y'all in the future next week if the creek shall rise. But go Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs.